Hi. Okay, so I'd just like to say thank you for everyone that has came over from Rob's channel. I think I'm about 8-9 subscribers now, so I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you will stay after you see some of the stuff that I do. I'm just about to go searching for my Parkside laser level that I got ages ago, and now my curtain rail has finally fell over, and so I'm about to go and see about trying to sort it out, because 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when I first did it, I didn't really know how to put anything up. I'm hoping that I can do it here and I haven't put too many holes in my window that it just all falls apart. So yeah, so well, thank you for watching. There will be more stuff going under a microscope, and I've got a couple of ideas of what I might be able to do to set up a little microscope station here. It won't be an electron microscope, but it means that I can have a look at things, first of all, in my little workshop here, which is a garage, and yeah, so we'll go from there. So thanks very much, and yeah, so hopefully I might even include me putting up the curtain rail just now, and you can actually see the masking tape that I put up that has been actually on the wall for 2.5 years, and because it's been behind the curtain, I completely forgot about that. It is there. Okay, so I have just actually spent about 20 minutes or maybe even 30 minutes or 40 just trying to find out where I actually left the laser level. I've went through a series of boxes because I've had a refurbishment at work and they were throwing out a lot of stuff, and that's what I've said that I would keep it. And I've just opened up and I've got a full black box of different Parkside stuff that I have actually bought, and then I sort of store thinking that I'll get back to it. So this is a laser level. I've not actually had it open yet, so I'm just gonna quickly show me opening it up. Okay, so I don't have my gloves to hand, so I'm just gonna be careful with the sharp knife. I normally always wear the gloves to cut open the box. As I say, I thought I'd just open up here just before actually testing it. Okay, so AA batteries and a little tripod, and that's the instructions. So all I want to do is just quickly check. Hopefully it does actually work. Careful. And that way. Okay, that should hopefully be able to get out the batteries there. And plus, minus. Right, okay, lasers that way, so I'm just gonna rub it like this. This has got rubber on it. On. Where's my on button? Right, okay, so that's on, off. Oh, is that on? Right, and then that's got a cross here. So that is self-leveling. So I'm assuming that's flashing until it's level. And then if okay, that's just the vertical, that's just a horizontal, and then if I've got both selected, it's both. And so I am now just switching off, and then I'll set it up with the tripod that came with it, which is this here, very light. I don't know how high it's going to get, but there is actually a little level in this here, so I suppose you can get a level to the floor, and then check it there. This might actually be useful for like the little video camera as well. I often use for short work. I've got the little phone gripper here, and the one that I've got up there is for the tablet. So let's see if I can actually have a little look and see if I can actually make more damage. That's what happens when you put some stuff above your head in spaces that you never actually have planned to actually be standing, but as I changed my workshop around, it meant that I was now standing in a path that I wasn't originally. At least it wasn't the knife that was above my head, which I have got a little hook there for the knife, but for now, blade's safe again. So I'm just going to carry on this part a little bit more, because I just went to put this on the tripod and I realised that there is actually on this, there's a little release mechanism which you can then pop this off to make it easier to put on. So I can then get that straight, angle it in, so it's a little bit of a twist key, he says. Maybe I'll just hold this down and spin it like that. Right, is that? It's a bit fiddly. Okay, I think that's square. Now I can pop that back on. Release. Oops, ow. It's a bit springy. And then that should be now laser, except I'm pointing it the wrong way. So release, out, that way. Okay, so that's now pointing it away from me. So that was actually quite straightforward. Although, saying that, you've got to be able to have a look down at this angle to actually see the level spot. So it's a little bit difficult to see, but we shall have a go. Okay, so I've had to set this tripod up and raised it right up to close to level of where I'm looking at. The small tripod that came with it wasn't good enough, so I've actually put the tripod on top of a coffee table on top of some boxes of sweets in order to get it to the high enough level, which if I just show you just now. So this is now level here. I don't know if that's worked out. I probably should actually do it that way so that you can actually see it. So it has actually gone level, and you can see where I've messed up here. So these masking tape is from 3 years, 2.5 years. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to put the actual, I've just realised I've squared it on the wrong bit. I need to actually square it above that height, so that I'm putting everything at the level, one level up. So just as well I got it before I started, so this is the level before, and it's now going to be a bit above it. Okay, so where the cross is will be where that center hole will be, and then I hopefully will double check that that's not going to interfere with my initial holes after I've removed these points before I start drilling. So okay, so hopefully after I've drilled the holes we should be able to see what mess I've made it all of it. So I'll show you a bit of a close-up of the bodge that I did. So you can see I put washers and spacers to actually pack it out, which was fine maybe on this one, but this is where it ripped out here. So this is what I'm going to try and sort out this time and do a bit better job. So So I'm just going to use the awl to take the marks on each point. And I'm just going to use my existing vertical green lines, which were good, to do it rather than moving the laser level across. And just going to use the impact drive for a small manual hole before I actually use the bigger drill. Okay, so I'm going to set up now my Titan hammer drill, which I've just got just here, and I do actually have some SDS drill bits for it, and let's see that I don't mess it up. Then I've got to then repeat that after I've got the initial holes in. So I'm going to do one hole for each bit, screw it in place, mark out the other holes, and then hopefully it should work out. So let's pause for now while I go and get dust masked up and everything. That should hopefully all be lined up. Okay, so that's all lined up, number one. I can't remember if these are actually the right screws for it, because they are sitting slightly proud. But as long as the thing can actually, the curtain thing can get screwed on, I don't mind, and I'll sort out these bits after. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with that. They're all going at the bottom of that screw, so that should hopefully make everything level. So all I've got to do is sort of tidy up and see about filling in these holes, the damage that I once done. So yeah, so fingers crossed it's straightforward, and might actually need to do a paint job, but for now I've done the difficult part, as long as the rail holds up. And it's not actually looking too bad. Also I need to give it a proper tidy up, but the holes don't look that obvious, and probably after I paint it probably will be even less so. And that is just using a cheap polyfiller from my local discount store. So yeah. Curtains are up, which I'll do for now, and hopefully it'll stay nice and stable. Okay, so hopefully I have just posted the successful curtain up video part of it, and I have to say, quite enjoyed it. Rob's obsession with rubber, as most of you subscribers have actually came from Rob's channel, and I appreciate it. I think we're at about 34, 35, which is really, thank you for following Rob's advice and having a look at my channel. This has got the Rob's rubber, and basically I dropped it on the way out, jumped, and it's still working, so that's pretty good. The level itself I'm happy with. It actually showed how good I was at leveling even the 2.5 years ago, because it pretty much matched the line that I had originally. The tripod, it's just a little bit too short. Luckily I do photography, so I've got a couple of different tripods. I've got one that is a lightweight one which I use to carry about, and then another which is a heavier one which I got given for free. However, there is a use for this. One is probably if you're doing stuff low level, but the other is I think it's going to be the right height for me to sit at the back of my lathe. So if I'm actually recording anything of the spinning, I can actually get from that angle. Okay, so I think it was, I can't remember, I did actually check the price of it, but it was whatever price it was a £5 off because of Lidl Plus. That was in the October one, October 24. So finally, Rob gave me a sort of request, and he wants me to look at drill bits. So that's going to be my next video, is I'm going to be looking at drill bits. This drill bit is rubbish, and I'll be talking about that. That's the drill bit that I just used. I've got the rest of the pack here of it, which I think has some unused ones, and then just as comparison, I had bought this one as a backup, and I'll have a look at that as well under the microscope. So thank you very much for giving my channel a chance, and we'll see if you want to see more stuff under the microscope as I'm scoping out tools. Bye for now. I better cook it up.